Hey, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I'm putting in the topic. All right. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Miss B7. How are you doing? How are you doing? How is it going? Okay, let me push this down a little bit. Let's see if this will... I don't want it to fall. How are you guys doing? How are you ladies doing? Okay. I'm excited for today's show. We are, talking about salicylic. You said I need help with waxing. Well, I can help you. DM me and we can, talk about what you need help with, that kind of thing, and then kind of figure out if you need virtual training or in-person training, that kind of thing. But yeah, you're at the right spot. You're at the right spot, Miss B. Miss B. Hey, Jesse. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I'm really excited. Oh, let me grab one thing before we get started, because I am doing a visual today. So to help you really remember salicylic acid as an ingredient, we are doing the visual. But just let me know how you're doing. I'll be right back. So after this, I have to perform a facial. I'm going to do a facial because currently my background is different. I'm in the AZ, so it is 3:14 here. It's 2:14 in California. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Let's see, what else did I want to say before we get into everything? No, so I'm about to do a facial. So this will be like a 45-minute live, because I have to go pack up and get ready to do the facial. So that's what's going on. So let me greet everyone. Thank you for those who come in, those who are joining, those catching the replay. Thank you. And let me just go over some announcements. So the first announcement is I am moving the location of my salon from Santa Ana, California to Orange, California. Hey, Sovereign Beauty. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Hey, girl, hey. So I will be moving to Orange. The first day there is Sunday. So I am in the process of changing everything. If you saw my stories yesterday, I think they might be still up. I was showing you guys how the things that you have to change when you're changing a place. Like you have to get a new DBA. I was showing you, talking about insurance. I was talking about canceling my esthetician establishment license. So that's like the esthetician part of it. But if you do come in this week, I will be in California. Right now I'm in Arizona. I'm traveling tomorrow back to California, and I'll be taking clients on Thursday through Saturday at the Santa Ana location, and then Sunday I will be at the Orange location. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement is the mini course for estheticians is open for enrollment. It is the mini course to help you attract clients. And it is a 15-day course, and you get a video every 3 days. And so there is so much that I go over in it, and I've actually updated the videos, and I'm working on filling it up with more stories, because I believe like stories of how I've done things can really help people. Actually, I know they help people. So it goes into making your price list, setting up your booking system, networking with other professionals, especially if you're in a salon suite, but also on Instagram and that kind of thing. Following up with your clientele, and then also networking with your family and friends, which I'm about to wax my family tonight too. So I'm doing a facial, and then I'm coming back and doing family. So yeah, you can click the link in the bio. It's the last button, and then it's the second button on that next page. So you can check it out. Right now it is half off. We're about half off. So it is $5.97, which is usually $9.97. It's going to be that for a while, but it is a limited, limited amount right now. Limited time offer. That's what I meant to say. But then it'll go back up to $9.97. The day that it starts is April 15th. That's tax day. So it's easy to remember. And yeah, you can enroll now. And I do have a payment plan. Last announcement is the acne ingrown pads. They have been flying. I don't say shelf because they haven't even made it to the shelf partly. But you guys are really liking the acne ingrown pads, and I have one left. So I am going to get more of this. There's more on their way being made, and she should be here. I'm hoping the middle of March. I am going to set up a product list or a acne and ingrown wait list. I'm actually kind of already set it up. I just haven't been sending out because I still have one more pad left. These are the pads. So that is the other announcement, is that there's one more left. Thank you for those who are ordering. I've been getting orders and DMs and comments and questions and all that. So thank you so much. Okay. So those are our announcements. So let's get into it. So welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I am Becca, your pro waxer and skin therapist since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns through chemical peels and full body waxing in now Orange, California. Except I do it in Arizona as well, because that's where I'm at right now. I have my own product line, which is my acne and ingrown pads and my fruit enzyme pads that have been sold in the US, the UK, Canada, and the UAE. The acne and ingrown pads and the fruit enzyme pads are chemical exfoliants, so they are good for sensitive skin. You can use them on your face and body. And actually, we are talking about salicylic acid today, which is the active ingredient in the acne and ingrown pads. I also help estheticians start their own product line, start their own salon suite, help them attract clients, and then help them improve their waxing. I know somebody on here earlier said that they needed help waxing. That's what I do through virtual, where we could do it like online, or I do where you can hire me. I actually did a IG story post about you can hire me for $2.50 an hour, and I can come in, or no, you come in actually, because coming in for me wasn't working, and I can train you, because I used to be a regional trainer for a large waxing franchise. Hey, those who just came in, I know it came in fast. Welcome to the Waxing Show, Mose, Diamond Queens, and Queen G. I just introduced myself, and then if you want to stay connected with me, as I do send out emails, I'm getting so much better at sending emails, you guys. I have gotten it together with my systems. It's not all the way together, but it's together. And so I do email. I'm trying more to email right before I go live, or at least the day of, and then recap my lives and sending them out. But you can grab the Perfect Skincare Guide. You click the link in the bio and grab that. It's free. You can download it. It's going to show you what different skin types there are, and then what products are good for those skin types. And it kind of goes in what we're talking about today, which is salicylic acid. All right, well, let's get into it. So, salicylic acid. So here is the pads, and then as you see, let me just show you the label, because I have told you guys that when you have salicylic acid in your products, it is considered a drug by the FDA because it's an acne product. And so at the end of last year, I was working on creating a label for this that followed it. But salicylic is the active ingredient, and it's 2%. So we're going to talk about that. And the reason why the product we're highlighting today, because the 3B Waxing Show is all about, on Tuesdays, all about highlighting a product. I'm highlighting the acne and ingrown pads all month though, because I want to go in depth into the main ingredients when I was working on starting these pads. So it's salicylic acid, glycolic acid, and lactic acid. So today is salicylic. Next week, I think it's glycolic on the schedule, and then lactic after that. Okay. So another name for salicylic acid is beta hydroxy acid. I think I am going to use the marker for this. I'm going to do it when we do a story, but I think I am going to do a marker for writing these terms down. Hey, Coro. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Okay, so I'm going to write. So you may see the ingredient, salicylic. How many of you guys see it all the time, kind of know about it already? Salicylic acid. And it's going to be backwards on your phone. But you can always screenshot it and then flip it around in your pictures. So another name for salicylic acid is beta hydroxy acid. Boom. So if you want to screenshot this, salicylic acid also equals beta hydroxy acid. And the reason why I wanted salicylic acid in my pads is because it is really good for reducing and calming acne. So hopefully you got that, screenshotted that. I'm going to give 3 things about salicylic acid and why it helps with reducing acne. So if you might see that a lot of products in the stores have it that say, oh, an acne product, salicylic acid. It's because it really does help a lot. So I'm going to give you 3 things that it does. So the first thing, before I give the 3, is that it does loosen up the bonds of the surface of the skin. It loosens them up. And then the first thing I want to also mention, that the first note, I guess I'm going to say, is it works inside the pores. So not only does it break up the bonds, but it also goes inside the pore and cleans up inside the pore. Now, salicylic acid loves oil. It's oil based, basically, and glycolic is water based. So it's going to pull out that oil in there. So the first thing is works inside the pore. The thing you need to know. So if you have a bump or a pimple, acne, it's going to go inside that pore and work on clearing up what's inside there. I say that it's basically going in and pulling everything to the surface. Okay, so that's the first one. Hey Amber, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome back. The second thing about, hey Johnny, how are you? Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. The second one is, it's considered a drug. Considered drug to the FDA. So the reason why that's important is because of the labeling. Acne products are considered a drug. Like if it has benzoyl peroxide in it. There's some other ones that, you know, it has to be labeled. Like I was saying, how it has to have the drug facts on it. And then there's a lot of guidelines on what can be said on the label of salicylic acid products. So it works inside of the pore and it is considered a drug. It's actually a product that's, or an ingredient that's really strong. So maybe if you use too much salicylic acid, it may be drying to your skin or too much. And also you may want to be aware of using vitamin C along with salicylic acid. Like if you are using a lot of salicylic and then you're using your normal vitamin C, a good way to do it if you're getting irritated by both of them is to use your salicylic at night and then your vitamin C in the morning. Because it is strong. All right. So the third thing about salicylic acid that I want you to remember is it does not kill bacteria. Benzoyl peroxide kills bacteria, but not salicylic acid. So it brings it to the surface. It, you know, brings the bacteria to the surface, but it's not going to kill it. And that's important because if you have a lot of bacteria in your skin or if you have a lot of acne, then you're going to want to use salicylic first one day and then your benzoyl peroxide the next to kill the bacteria. So, salicylic acid works inside the pores. And again, screenshot this and then flip it so you can read it better. It is considered a drug in the FDA. But it really is that much backwards. And then it does not kill bacteria. Now, I really wanted to share a story to help you remember. I thought this was so cute because I just like doing stuff like this. And this is how I did things in school to remember things. And I hope this helps you remember what salicylic acid does. So we're going to tell a little story. And it's going to be a little love story because this month's my wedding anniversary. So I am going to create a person / a poor person. A P-O-R-E person, not a poor person. So let's say we have Sally. She's a poor. Or no, she's not a poor. She's just, we'll just say people. Let's just do it that way. Hey, SD things. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Yeah, I was going to call them pores in my story, but now that I'm hearing it, it doesn't make sense. So this is Sally, who represents salicylic acid. So let's give her some cute hair. This is bringing me back to when I used to make stick figures in school. So we have Sally. She represents salicylic acid. Okay, and then she has a boyfriend. And I didn't give him a name, honestly. But we'll just call him Olive. That's a woman's name because it's from Popeye. So, Oliver. When I think of Oliver, I think of How to Get Away with Murder. But the reason why we're calling him Oliver is because he is an oily man. Okay? And he was very oily, but he became so happy when he met Sally, because she, you know, helped him not be so oily. So if you do have oily skin, you probably are going to use a lot of products with salicylic acid. Hey, Lover Start. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So if you have oily skin, you're probably, you know, using the exfoliating pads with salicylic acid to maintain the oil that comes through. If you have acne, ingrowns, you know, you're using salicylic acid. So this was a good match. Let's see if I can just... Somebody's home. So this was a love match. Good match. So we got our salicylic acid, Sally. And we have Oliver, which is our oily boyfriend. So Sally and Oliver were doing great. Well, Oliver, he started flirting with, we're going to call her, I want to say problematic, but problematic Patty. I'm just going to put Patty. My hands are getting all green. I'm going to have to really wash them before I do this facial. And so Patty represents pizza. She represents not cleaning your skin. Patty also represents not doing your skincare routine. Because when Oliver would flirt with Patty, he would do all those things. He would go, he met her at work, and they would go eat pizza together at lunch. And can y'all see that? I hope y'all can see that. Pizza together at lunch, and she would say, "Oh, don't wash your face, just talk to me on the phone." And you know, she also was taking way too many vitamins. So fish oils are good for your skin, but she was taking way too many fish oil. So that was causing oil in her skin, as well as she was giving Oliver a bunch of fish oil, and his skin was getting really oily. So it was just not a good, you know, thing. And he shouldn't have been flirting with her anyways. Oh, you know what? I was going to put, I forgot what I was going to do. Okay. Well, anyways, Sally and Oliver, they had been together for 10 years. Dang it. And because they had been together for 10 years, their relationship was strong. And Ollie just, you know, messed up. Shouldn't have been flirting. And so because Sally is so kind, and she is, you know, a person who is deep, because she goes and, you know, talks about feelings and gets to the inside core of who Oliver is, because that's what salicylic acid does. It goes into the inside of the pore. They just talked it out. So they're just talking and talking and talking and talking. And she helped him get all that oil out. And she said, "Don't you dare flirt with Patty again if you're going to be with me." So Patty had to go. Oliver had to get a new job. Okay? That's what it is. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show, X-Hope. Welcome. And so everything cleared out. Now, there was like a time period of tension between Sally and Oliver. It was like 2 weeks where it was just things weren't going good. They were fighting while they were talking and trying to figure it out, right? They were trying to discuss it like, oh, you shouldn't be with Patty, you shouldn't be da-da. And he's like, oh, and there's all this tension. But after a month, everything was good. And that's how our skin is sometimes with salicylic acid. When we first start using it, especially the first 2 weeks, we can get some purging and that kind of thing. But just give it some time and things will settle. So it gave it some time. Oliver got a new job. He stopped talking with problematic Patty. And everything was good. So this is how salicylic acid works. This should help you really, understand how it works. And kind of gives you a visual, because I'm a visual learner, and if I hear stories, I'll know, like, okay, I understand things better. So salicylic acid works inside the pore, because our girl Sally, she is deep. She cares about people. She is genuine. She loves her boyfriend. And she was able to talk with him and talk about his feelings inside to get out that extra oil that problematic Patty put in him. So that's how you remember it. It works inside the pore. Salicylic acid works inside the pore, because we had Sally, who was deep. She worked out the problems. It is considered a drug, salicylic acid. So their love was strong. Because she was able to help Oliver, she is a drug. Like, he may have been flirting with somebody else, but he was in love with Sally. She is the drug. So salicylic acid is the drug. And then it does not kill bacteria. Now, Sally's not no fool. Or Sally's no fool. She's not going to kill Patty, right? Because then she's going to go to jail. But she is going to make her go away. And what she did was told Oliver he better get a new job. But you have to remember, it does not kill bacteria. So if you're going to use salicylic to work on acne, use it one day. And then if you want to kill any bacteria you have, use a item or a product that has benzoyl peroxide. Okay? I like this little analogy, because it'll help me, and hopefully it helps you. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I think that's a little away. So there we go. All right. So we're at the end of the 3B Waxing Show, where I have an offer for you. She sent me too. So the offer is I have, and I didn't even bring it with me to Arizona, but I have a blemish control treatment from Skin Script that I retail. It has salicylic acid, also has glycolic, but it is one that you can put on your bumps as a spot treat. It is $17. Because they've been together for 10 years, you can get 10% off by using the code SALLY, S-A-L-I, at 3bwaxing.com, 3bwaxing.com, 3bwaxing.com. That's the number 3, the letter B, waxing.com. And that goes until March 10th. So it'll help you remember they were together for 10 years. Get 10% off when you put in the code SALLY, S-A-L-I. Let me know if you have any trouble with it, because I had to set up the code real quick before getting on here. But you can use that as a treatment. And then if you are using the pads with that, don't start out using both at the same time. That may be too much. Use the pads, and then like the next day, use the spot treat. Or the day, so the day you don't use the pads, use the spot treat. So, there you go. There you go. I'll hold this up a little bit more in case you need to screenshot it. Maybe further back so it's all and up. I'm going to take a picture of this when I get off here. And then the goal is to recap all of this in an email. I don't know if I'll recap all of it, but I hope that's helpful. Any questions about salicylic acid, the pads, because we are highlighting the pads today. No, you can't even see them if I put them there. Or acne. Any questions? Any questions? Or was this helpful? Is having me do a story helpful? So I really enjoy doing this. This is what I did. This is what I've been doing my whole life because I was homeschooled and my parents used to do this. That's how we learned about stuff. They still do it. I am jealous because I don't live in Arizona with my family, but they do for Black History Month. They do presentations at the house, and I think that's so cool. And we've just grown up doing presentations and doing things that help us remember it. Like when we learned about George Washington Carver as kids, we made peanut butter. And so like all those things like help you remember it. Remember things. So hopefully this is helpful. I want to continue to do things like this where it may not be like whiteboard and story. Now that I know that drawing looks better than the words, but it might be like a few weeks ago or last week I did something with coffee grinds and showing you that there's caffeine, demonstrating caffeine is good for blood circulation and that kind of thing. So let me know if this is something that's valuable to you. And yeah, so if you want to get the blemish control treatment, it's $17, and you can use the code SALI for 10% off. And then the pads, I have one left at 3bwaxing.com, and I will be back in stock, I'm hoping, by the middle of March. But I just hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for staying on here. Thank you for watching the 3B Waxing Show. I will leave this up, and then if I'm able to get good connection, I'll have this thing up on YouTube as well. And eventually, once I get 1,000 followers on YouTube, I'll go live directly on YouTube, so I'll just stay there. But have a good day. I now have to get ready for a facial I gotta do and figure out how to get this green off my hands. Anyways, have a blessed day.